Have you done your homework?
Yes.
What was your homework?
I don't know.
Perfect. Welcome to another episode of Reviewing Your Underwater Films. So you must have been one of those students who just never had their homework ready.
Honestly, yeah. Most of the time I was like writing them just before class or something. But I have an excuse.
I'm curious.
I still don't know what my homework was, but we can talk about it in a second. I was just looking at all the gear here, and I was thinking, what is the next piece of gear Matthias will show me, explain me, and tell me, look, Sebastian, that's cool, that's new. I have it, you don't. Here we
Hold
go.
on.
Here we go, yeah.
I gotta find it here.
Here we go.
It's always something new here in my little studio. Look at this. Do you know what this is?
It looks like a disco light.
Yeah, it's a disco light. It's what I use to dance underwater.
Cool.
It is a snoot module that can be put onto Divefork's 2000 lumen underwater video light, the small one.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you just can
that one's
screw it in.
been on the market for a
Yeah.
while. And then you just screw that onto the front. And you have, taking that off here, that extra module off, you have a very powerful snoot light. So you can get those very nice images where you have your object illuminated and like a black background. And then if you want to be a little more creative, you have this extra module that you can put on top. And when you have it here on the top, then it's not just a white snoot, but now you have different colors. Red,
Cool.
green, that's white, purple, blue, orange, and then
Nice.
you can start taking some really creative shots with that.
Cool.
So especially for macro videography or macro photography also, this is really great. And this
So-
is something that's come out pretty new.
And that's available right now?
That's available
Pretty cool.
That's
Where can I get
available.
it?
in the Divefork web shop. And if you use the code Matthias Lebo, you'll get an extra 6% discount.
Wow. And it's totally unscripted.
That's totally unscripted. And it worked well.
Very cool.
Thank you, Divefork, for being the sponsor of today's video and also for creating such amazing, innovative gear that helps us create innovative, creative shots underwater. So, thank you very much, guys, for your support. And as we said, the 6%, they don't only apply on the new gear here, on the snoot and the color filter, they also apply on any other piece of equipment that you can find on the Divefork store. Yeah, I counted with that. That's okay. There's more of that.
All right.
That's all
Oh,
right.
there's more.
There's more.
All right. So, but we're not here today for Divefork equipment. We're here
Not today.
Not today, yeah. We're here for another review.
Yes.
And today's review is from, and I hope I pronounce it correctly, from Chun Yong from Malaysia.
Hello.
Actually, he did not put a lot of information in there, but we know he was diving on the Maldives with a Hero 10 and some, I think it's night scuba lights.
Okay.
I honestly never heard of them
You haven't?
before. No,
Yeah, I know them.
of course.
I've only not in detail, but I know
Okay.
the name. I've heard of the brand.
So we got a GoPro. We get some lights, Maldives.
Well, what else do you
What
want?
else?
What else do you want? Let's go to the Maldives.
Attention is surrounding me, baby. I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes down.
Very nice. Thank you very much for your submission. How did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was cool.
You've never been to the Maldives, right?
No, honestly, I'm not. No, no. You didn't want to take me last time.
That story went different. And we all know.
True. Yeah, I think it started really cool with a catchy tune right from the beginning. Some cool shots. Yeah, we got into it. And then we need to talk about something.
Okay, let's talk.
Well, first of all, again, there are some really cool shots. I think that the idea of doing some of the catchy tune is cool. It gets you right into it and the action starts. But there's exactly the problem, I think, is switching the tunes, switching the music every now and then. Yeah, I think I wouldn't do it. It's like I'm
too
not
much, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying that any piece of the music you have chosen is bad. It's like it's just the mixing of them, or not the mixing, just the switching from one to another.
It makes it makes the whole piece a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you've settled on one music track, a switch happens and it goes to another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same. Yeah.
And the same goes. Well, I think it's more your point.
You're talking about the transitions, right? Yeah. Well, at the beginning, I thought like, okay, well, there's some fancy transition here, but it was consistent.
Yeah.
For like the first 2 or 3 times, it was the same transition. I think it was going from left to right, just a swipe. So it was like, okay, as long as you keep that same transition, it's gonna be whichever way.
Yeah,
when I don't remember, but it was the same way. They're like, okay, as long as you stick to that transition, it's gonna be okay. And then you started putting some upside down transitions and some film roll transitions, and then it got a little messy for me. And you lost me there for a moment. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the takeaway is for transitions is, if you want to go a creative way or a crazy way with the transition, go for it. Do it. Like even the film roll.
Yeah.
I think if you want to go that way, but stick to it.
Yeah.
Don't
mix
change.
it.
Don't change during the film. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that's the main part, because like transition it's personal taste at the end.
That's true.
But important is like one.
Yeah. Don't mix it up too much. My suggestion, really, or our suggestion here. Yeah. Exactly.
I think the overall the stability and the framing was pretty decent.
Agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Most of the shots were nice and stable. The framing was good, and I also think that you really had some really cool shots in there.
Yeah,
like the whale shark, the mantis, also some shark shots. The nurse sharks. There's some really good footage in there.
Some interaction with divers.
Some interaction, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. There was some topside footage as well, rounding up the whole thing. I do think so. I do think though that it was just too long.
Yeah.
You know, we were looking at like 10 minutes. And I mean, this is great if you want to keep this as like your personal memoir of that trip. But to share it on social media somewhere, I think it's a little too long, because most people will not really watch it all the way through to the end. I mean, it's a nice way to divide it into like different days and dive sites and stuff. If you really want to do that and keep the amount of footage in there, maybe go into, creating separate videos for each of the days. And then you can share those separate videos, theme them a little bit that way. Or just to be a little
more decisive.
Ruthless, more decisive, that's the nicer way to say, more deliberate on which shots you keep in there, because especially with like the mantas at night, when they were just swimming over the lights, or the nurse sharks, you have a lot of very similar looking clips, one after the other, and you can eliminate easily probably half of those clips.
Yeah, and there are some clips which are just murky or bad quality in general.
Yeah,
and they cannot compete with the other shots he has in his film. So you can as well leave those out of the way. And
then I know it's hard, because for you every single one of those shots is special and means something, because you were there when you recorded them. So I mean, I feel the same way when I go through my footage, but I really have to be, and I use the term ruthless, in a way of going like, okay, I've got 6 shots that show the same animal behavior, the same interaction, the same general thing that's happening in the shot. Okay, which one is the best one? And that's the one I'm going to use. And all the other shots, even if they're good shots, but they might not be as good as the best one, you can use them for something else. But for this project, I'm just going to use that one best shot, and it's going to be enough to show the interaction and the thing that you want to show. Another way, if you want to use different or more multiple shots of the same scene, try to use different angles. Try to go, and this is a little difficult with a GoPro, but try to do wide angle, mid shot, close up, different angles, different perspectives, top down, bottom up. Tilted the camera in different ways, and that's gonna make it, maybe not top. Well, you can do upside down, you can do be creative. But what I'm trying to say is that if you want to use several clips of the same scene, make sure that you capture it in different ways. And then in the edit, it's going to make it more interesting than just have the same, the same framing, the same scene unfolding in front of you for like 5, 6, 7 clips in a row.
When talking about like reducing length and getting rid of shots, I got 2 more things to get rid of.
I know what you're getting at.
Well, first one is the photo.
Yeah.
I would get rid of that because it doesn't do anything to the. Yeah, I mean, if you're on the trip and you were there, maybe it's something emotional. Yeah, it's like it's a moment you capture and you want to have a photo. I understand the intention.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put it in a video. And the other thing is like mixing the horizontal video with the vertical video with the horizontal video.
Sorry, that's a no-go.
It's like, well, yeah. Now it's a no-go if you're not talking about like a mantis shrimp riding on a whale shark or something. Then
that's the one exception. But that's the one exception. But only a whale shark without the mantis shrimp on it, it's a no-go.
Yeah, but yeah, in general speaking, if the footage is not incredibly special and you don't have anything, because he has other shots of the whale shark, so there's no reason to keep that single one in it because it's vertical.
True.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the color too, right? Have we talked about the colors yet?
No.
That's something that talk. Go. That's something that I've written down here.
Me too.
This was all filmed with a GoPro 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the colors seem to me to be very inconsistent throughout the different days, the different dives. Sometimes they look quite okay. Then in other instances, there was just not enough color in there, not enough contrast.
Yeah, well,
sometimes there was too much red pushed into the shadows. It seemed like it was just all over the place. And this is probably just GoPro's auto white balance that is playing up quite a bit. Also, some of the shots were taken in shallow water, other ones were deeper down, with less light. I don't know how much many corrections, how much color correction you have done to the footage to match it to one another. I assume you haven't really done much, and I would suggest you do more. And try to match those clips closer together. I've actually got a tutorial a little while ago. I made a tutorial a little while ago that talks about matching different clips to one another. We'll link that down in the video description below. So if any one of you guys wants to go and check that out, feel free to do so. It's an easy way how you can match the colors, because mostly it's like the blues. If you match the blues to one another, the background color, then that already helps a lot.
I agree.
That's about it, I think.
Cool.
I don't have anything else written here, unless you have something else.
No.
Then I'll happily pass it over to you to sum it up.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much for letting us review your video. I really like the idea of like this very energetic and catchy tune starting and going into it and like going throughout the video. It's very nice, very catchy. You get some cool shots in it with decent stability. Yeah, very nice, very good basic to work on with a good framing. Yep. We think you can work on the overall length of the video, and as we mentioned before, get rid of like repetitive shots, just bad quality shots. Try to avoid photos and vertical video, and then the color grading or the color correction in general, just pay a little bit more attention to it, invest a little more time in it, just to get the footage more evenly or uniform looking. Yeah. That's it.
Thanks for the sum up.
You are very welcome.
As always, we will link the video as well as put a link to Chun Yong's channel in the video description below. And we hope that we were able to pass on some useful tips, not just to Chun Yong, but also to everyone else watching for your next underwater video project. If you have a film, a video, an underwater video that you would like us to review here on the channel within this series, please send us an email to contact@matthiaslebo.com with a link to the uploaded film, as well as some information on what cameras were used, where it was shot, if you used lights, if you used any filters, any accessories, anything that you think might be useful for us in reviewing your film here within this series. And that's about it. Do you have anything else to add for today's episode?
No.
Speechless once
Speechless
again.
as always.
As always. Excellent. Thank you so much, guys, for watching today's Reviewing Your Underwater Films episode. Have a great week. Keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of yours, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the channel for the next episode next Thursday. Take care and have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.